Hey everyone, if you've ever had a cracked windshield, you totally know that sinking feeling, right? It's not just annoying to look at, it's a huge safety issue. So in this explainer, we're going to crack the code on the whole replacement process. We'll cover everything from finding a great shop to figuring out all that high-tech stuff built right into your car's glass. All right, let's get into it. You know that sound? That smack that makes your heart just drop? A rock flies up and suddenly that tiny little chip you were trying to ignore starts to, well, it spiders out into this massive crack. It feels like it happens overnight. It's super stressful for sure, but don't worry. We're going to lay out the exact path to get this fixed the right way. Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, what makes a shop a great shop? Then we'll get into the cost, what you can expect to pay. After that, we'll walk through the process step by step. We'll also cover why your windshield is way more than just glass. And finally, we'll dive into your car's electronic eyes and why they're so important. All right, first things first, we gotta talk about choosing the right installer. And honestly, this might be the single most important decision in this whole process. Because, and you'll see why in a minute, not all auto glass shops are the same, not even close. The quality of the work has a direct line to your safety on the road. So, what are the green flags? What should you be looking for? Well, a top-notch shop will have certified and experienced techs, real pros. They'll use what's called OEM quality materials. All that means is the glass and the glue are the same quality as what your car had straight from the factory. And for any modern car, this is non-negotiable. They have to offer ADAS calibration services. Plus, they should work directly with your insurance and give you a solid warranty. That's the full package. Okay, let's talk money. It's the big question, right? How much is this going to cost me? The price can definitely bounce around, but don't worry. We're going to break down exactly what you're paying for. So a full windshield replacement, you're generally looking at somewhere between $200 and $800. And I know what you're thinking, whoa, that's a huge range. And you're right. So let's dig into why there's such a big difference. This table really breaks it down nicely. See, if you've got a standard car with just basic glass, you're going to be on that lower end of the scale. But if you're driving a big truck or luxury vehicle, the price goes up. If your windshield has cool features like rain sensors or one of those heads-up displays, cost goes up. And here's the biggest factor for modern cars, those advanced safety systems, or ADAS. If your car has them, you'll need that replacement plus a calibration, and that adds to the final bill. But hey, there's some really good news here that can take the sting out of that price. If you have comprehensive insurance on your car, there's a great chance your policy will cover the whole thing, maybe with a small deductible, or sometimes with no deductible at all. The best shops will even deal with the insurance company for you, which is a huge relief. Okay, so you've picked a great shop, you know the deal with the cost, so what actually happens when you drop off your car? Let's pull back the curtain on the replacement process so it's not a big mystery. It's a really precise job. First, they carefully take out the old, broken windshield. Then, and this part is so important, they clean the vehicle's frame, getting rid of every last bit of the old glue. Next, they apply this special, super strong urethane adhesive, and then set the new windshield perfectly into place. It needs about an hour for that glue to cure and create this incredibly strong bond. And then for most new cars, the final, crucial step is that ADAS calibration. Okay, now we're getting to the part that honestly blows most people's minds. Your windshield? It's not just a piece of glass you look through. It is a critical, high-tech piece of your car's safety equipment. And this, right here, is why getting a professional installation isn't just a good idea. It's absolutely essential. And check this out. This visual says it all. In a rollover crash, a properly installed windshield provides up to 45% of the structural strength of your car's cabin. Think about that. It's literally helping keep the roof from caving in. 45%. That's a mind-boggling amount of responsibility for a piece of glass. So here's the bottom line. A professional job maintains that structural integrity. It also makes sure your passenger side airbag works right. I mean, the airbag literally bounces off the windshield to protect the passenger. An amateur job? It compromises all of that. It can cause these systems to totally fail when you need them most. Oh, and it can void your car's warranty too. It is just not worth the risk. Period. A lot of people worry, is this new glass going to be as good as the original? And that's a totally fair question. But check out this quote from our source material. A good, reputable shop uses what's called OEM quality glass. It meets the exact same safety and quality specs as the one your car rolled off the assembly line with. Really, the only difference is you won't see the car maker's little logo in the corner. All right, let's get to our final section, and it's probably the most high-tech and complex part of this whole thing. If your car was made in the last few years, chances are it's loaded with electronic safety systems. And guess what? They're tied directly to your windshield. This tech is called ADAS, which stands for Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. The easiest way to think about it is like this. It's a set of electronic eyes for your car. You've got cameras and sensors, usually mounted right up by your rearview mirror, and they're always scanning the road to keep you safe. So what does ADAS do in the real world? Well, it's the brains behind a lot of features you probably know. Things like lane departure warnings, that little beep if you start to drift, or automatic emergency braking that can hit the brakes for you to avoid an accident. Even adaptive cruise control that keeps you a set distance from the car in front. This stuff isn't science fiction anymore. It's on millions of cars driving around right now. And here it is. This is the single most important thing to remember if you own a modern car. After that new windshield goes in, those ADAS cameras and sensors must be recalibrated. I'm serious. If the new glass is off by just a millimeter, it can completely mess up the system's aim. If you skip this, it's really dangerous. It could mean your emergency brake doesn't work right, or your car tries to steer you into the wrong lane. This is an absolutely critical final step. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. When you get your windshield replaced, are you just getting a new piece of glass? Or are you restoring a super complex, critical safety system for your car? Because that's really what it is. Making the right choice here isn't just about having a clear view of the road. It's about making sure you have a safe one.